Welcome, air signs, to your mid-October reading. This is going to be a love reading. Those are my favorites to do. So I'm going to go ahead and see what's going on in your love life from now until the end of October, okay? For Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Three of Ghosts. Okay. Are you having a good time, air signs? You hanging out with friends? Enjoying yourself? Are you celebrating? Are you reuniting with someone? Are you hoping to reunite with someone? Oh, let's get some more cards and see. Okay, so we do have you coming out in reverse. Excuse me. Towards whoever your love interest is. So while you want to reunite with this person, you're sort of like, you're not happy with them right now. You want to say bitchy words to them. You feel angry towards them. With the Queen of Swords in reverse, she has very sharp words to say. She's nobody's fool. She's had it. She's fed up. Okay, but with this representing you and your energies towards the connection, that either means you're out partying, having a good time, enjoying yourself with your friends, or that you're viewing this other person as a friend, but somebody that you would like to use your sword on, so to speak. You'd like to cut them out. You'd like to give them a piece of your mind. Okay. That's what I'm getting so far here. On the other hand, whoever you're dealing with is wanting a passionate new beginning of some kind. This person could be, they could also be an air sign, because we've got the Ace of Bats. And so they have two aces coming out. The Ace of Bats coming out representing them is saying that there's some dishonesty here, some truth that needs to be communicated. There's something that's not being said or not being communicated properly with the communication card in reverse. Also, they're the King of Pumpkins in reverse, so that's a Taurus energy. That's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Earth sign energy, I meant to say. So in reverse, it's somebody that's like a business person, but they might be shady in their dealings and they get their money in a shady way, and or they're just not living up to their potential right now. They're probably low on money. This is like a negative aspect to the earth sign, so there's some bullying associated with this, some dishonesty, which would explain their dishonest communication with regard to this connection, explaining why you're coming out towards them or feelings towards them as being the Queen of Bats in reverse. However, they're wanting to take you to bed. Okay? They're wanting to have this, they have passionate feelings for you. They want to take action towards you. But you're feeling a bit colder towards them. And it looks like it's because they've been behaving like kind of like an idiot. Kind of like an idiot, sorry, so to speak, yeah. And not to laugh or make light of it, but that's what the King of Pumpkins in reverse can mean. Somebody that's dim-witted, or just being lazy, and kind of being a user, not really pulling their own weight, that sort of thing. Not thinking too clearly, not communicating clearly, being dishonest, holding things back. Or if they are communicating, it's like sort of like sarcastic or rude. So let's go see what's going on in the past position here. In the past, we have the Page of Pumpkins. So the Page of Pumpkins talks about, you two sort of paying attention to each other, watching each other, studying each other. This is a card of the student. So this is an earth sign energy, and in the past together, your connection is a fairly new one, okay? If you've been together a while, it still kind of has an immature or at best youthful feeling to the connection. I think that intentions were good in the past, as far as like trying to come forth and offer something to one another that was like real and substantial or grounded. It might have been a small offer or connection, small level that you'd reached in the connection, like it wasn't super serious, but it had potential, is what I'm getting there. Let's see what's going on in the present. In the present, we have the Five of Ghosts, the Five of Cups. This is a water sign energy. So this is, at present, there has been losses endured in this connection, and someone is a little bit self-pitying right now. You're showing up, as the Three of Cups, so, you look like you're pretty happy. You're in a positive energy for whatever reason, whether you're celebrating for something or with regard to the connection. However, your person is in reverse. I tend to think that they're in a self-pitying energy, but take it as it resonates, of course. It's a general reading, and at present you are like, there is this energy between the two of you of a loss, and somebody having regrets over that loss, having a lot of regrets, and feeling like, disappointed in the connection and the way that it's turned out. There's been a love loss, like a loss of emotion. We saw that already here from you with the Queen of Bats in reverse. So emotional loss, hurt feelings, disappointment, regrets, and there's still potential for the connection, but one has to sort of wake up from their self-pity or their disappointment in order to see that potential. Okay, let's see in the future. In the future, we have the Queen of Pumpkins in reverse. So that's the counterpart to the Queen of to the King of Pumpkins. These are both Earth sign energies, so you guys could have Earth in your charts. As we know, this is an air sign reading, but it could be in your chart. So this to me is saying that there is something of a toxic connection here between the two of you. Not to say that it's not a soulmate connection, because counterparts of the same suit indicate a soulmate connection, but I do think that in the future you might be matching your energy to theirs. Either that, or they shift from this masculine in reverse to this feminine in reverse energy, which the difference between the Queen and King of Pumpkins is that the Queen of Pumpkins use her feminine wiles, sensuality or sexual favors, things like that, to gain resources sometimes. And so if this person is gaining money or resources through shady measures as a masculine, and that might be through hustling or something like that, in the future they're going to shift gears and be a little bit more sensual in their approach to manipulation. Now that'll apply to a couple of you. Don't shoot the messenger. That's what I'm getting. For the rest of you, this is just saying that, as far as a relationship goes, it's not going to be as nurturing as you would like it to be, okay, in the future at this time. So because and the money is not going to be great between you either, because this Queen of Pentacles in reverse is just talking about a questionable financial situation, reckless spending, manipulation, envy, some jealousy here. And so you might want to question, is this connection with this person about status, money, or wealth? Is it that way? Are they seeing it that way, do you think? Because if that's not the case, it could be that the sexual obsession, there's a sexual obsession here. Yeah, that's with the Queen of Pumpkins in reverse. So we saw this person's feelings towards you are very sexual. They're wanting a new passionate beginning with you. So either, because of the feelings and the passion has waned, or you've been separated and coming back together, this is what they want. So take that what it's worth. And let's see what your outcome is going to be. And the outcome is the Temperance card in reverse. So definite need for balance and for watching your back here with the Temperance card in reverse. When the Temperance card is upright, that is balance. When it's in reverse, it's imbalance. So there is the need to be more balanced in the connection going forward. And there could be some tempers flaring, and just generally not seeing things clearly. It indicates in the outcome there's more stalls and stuff like that. So if you've been at a stall or a standstill, then this card asks you to be patient, because there's really nothing that you can do except for be patient about the situation, if you decide to stay and stick it out or whatever. But if you try to force this to come together, like mixing oil and water, it's not going to have good results. And like I said, the outcome represents a standoff or arguments, and egos getting in the way of harmony. So there's some ego clashing here. And also warns against trying, to rush a relationship, which can cause tension and frustration. So don't rush any relationships, and that will cause you tension and frustration. Okay, I'm going to get a couple more just overall clarification cards. We've got the ace, or the 8 of pumpkins, and it came out on its side, so I'm inclined to say that this is two ways that this can go. You can continue to put in the effort on the connection here, and in due time, it's going to take a bit of time and a lot of work. This could change for the better, and things could improve in the connection. But if you do not choose to do that, well, then the opposite is true. It's just going to continue to get worse. And this is earth sign energy, so your person, I think they're on the fence about whether or not they want to continue trying to work towards something in this connection as well. And so just keep that in mind, that you're both kind of on the same page with that, in that regard. They might be wondering if it's worth the effort, if it's going to pay off, or you might be wondering. I feel like you're probably the one wondering if it's even worth it. But it is going to take a lot of work and the need for a lot of effort. So a mature attitude would need to be taken here, and a renewed dedication to one another. And so yeah, sometimes this card means it's going to take a long time for things to start going right. So more clarification. We do have the 2 of bats in reverse, so that's the 2 of swords in reverse. So that talks about again, being stuck between a rock and a hard place. But with it being in reverse, I feel that means that you are going to make a decision here. You are going to come out of this stagnation, this indecision. This person, they might think they're your match, but they're not really your match, so to speak. Like, I do feel there is continued confusion and conflict. This whole reading represents that, and an imbalance that causes a lot of frustration and stuff. So this is asking you not to overanalyze the situation endlessly, but instead take a leap of faith towards what you know is right and what you're drawn to do. So it's just more about the need for honesty, because there's a lot of confusion and imbalance in the connection, which we already saw. So that's just validating that. And then the outcome is the Tower card. So the Tower card is Scorpio energy, and I think the Tower card is about an ending that makes way for a new beginning. It's so there's a lot of, we saw some ego in this connection, and it's coming from both of you. That period is going to end, and so it's going to make way for something better. And it's going to feel harsh at first. It's like a surprise. It could just be like a huge surprise to you, a shock to the system. But, you're forewarned, and so forewarned means forearmed, so you shouldn't be that surprised. I think, you're probably going through something like this now, and if you aren't, you may soon be going through this, or you will be coming out of this period where this major change is shocking, but it's also going to give you more freedom, to do what you want, and to have what you want. Because whatever, has gone rotten here in the connection, it needs to be blown apart in order to have a chance for a new beginning. And it can talk about other things as well, but for this reading, I'm saying that it's going to be, these false ideas that you have about this person, or they about you, those are going to be eliminated, and it can indicate, a breakup or a major change that's necessary and that's coming, and that will give you more freedom, okay, if that is the case and if that's what happens. So I'm going to go ahead and get a Romance Angels card for this reading. Let's see what the Romance Angels have to say. Excuse me. Romance Angels, what do you have to say for the air signs? Regarding this reading, what do you have to say for the air signs? Healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Okay. And children, your love life is being affected by children. So for some of you, you have children together, and this is part of the conflict in the connection. And so we did see, you know, the page came out. Sometimes that's representative of a child, and that was in your past position. So it was something that you were focusing on. Well, obviously, because if you have a child with this person, you're focusing on that and dealing with that together. But there is a need for healing in the connection so that the children aren't negatively affected by the connection, okay? And if you don't have children together, it does suggest, and even if you do, that, you know, if you have hard relationships with your parents, that you would heal that, and that would reflect positively on your future relationships or your relationship with this person. Same for your person. And if they have like childhood issues that are needing to be healed, childhood wounds, then those need to be healed in order for this to have a chance of succeeding in the future. Also, that goes for you as well. So you want to take some time if you have actual children, and if you know, also with regards to your inner child. You want to do things that are fun and lighthearted in order to help to heal your family issues and raise your vibration in order to help your love life, as strangely as it sounds, okay? By enjoying yourself and showing your inner child, as well as any actual children, you know, like your love and attention, and not overanalyzing this situation so much, okay? And I think that's all I've got for you. Let's see, I'll pull one more card here for the advice. What advice do you have for air signs, Spirit, regarding this problem? Resolved. Okay, so whatever problem that you're in the midst of, it is resolved. Heaven is working on a happy plan that is a win-win situation for everybody involved. So you don't have to sit and worry about this again. You know, worrying could self-sabotage by manifesting your worries in a negative way. So drop that, let it go as best as you can. Have some fun with your children, or do things that your inner child would enjoy. Take your mind off this, and stay in this energy of having a good time. It looks like that's what you're doing. You're doing the right thing. This problem is resolved in the end, and it will be a win-win situation for everybody involved, so no need to worry, okay? Thanks for tuning in. I hope that was helpful in some way. Let me know in the comments section below if it resonated. If it didn't resonate, go ahead and check the videos for your sun, moon, rising. You already did for your sun, Venus. And then, yeah, like and subscribe if you want to. Thanks for watching.